Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 3 E's to Optimal Health Using Food as Medicine, where it's our mission to share information with you, to educate you about food, to use it as your medicine, to give you tips and ideas so that you can go out and experiment and move yourself into the space of doing some new things, especially while we've got some time on our hands, and empower yourself to use food as your medicine. I'm Velyn Hawkins. I'm so excited to be here with you today as part of the Hippocrates Docs team and Just One Thing for Health. We're doing in this series to cleanse or not to cleanse. That is the question. But the bigger question, how? What do I do? What's the difference between a cleanse and a detox? Well, we're going to find that out today with our wonderful guest, Dr. Brenda T. Bradley. And she is going to share so much great information with us because, you know, a lot of us do this cleanse and I'm doing this whatever detox and I'm doing this, celery cleanse or the whatever. But what's the purpose? You think the purpose is to just clean out your gut, but suppose you're doing it incorrectly and you lose some of that good bacteria. Well, Dr. B is going to share with us how you do this process and do it the right way. And without further ado, I'm going to say, welcome, Dr. B.
Hello, everyone. Hello. It is always a pleasure to be on these calls with you or doing these presentations with you. And so I'm just sitting here like, oh, I could just do this all day. So hello, everyone. I hope everybody is being safe and I hope everybody is well, and having these particular presentations are very, very important to be able to put this information out there so others can see that there really are some natural solutions that are available for us to take care of our temple. So thank you so much, Velyn Hawkins. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm so excited also every time we get together because so much comes out of whatever it is that we're talking about. And this is no different because the big question on the table is, what's the difference between a cleanse and a detox?
Or is there a difference, right?
Yeah.
So is that the question right now?
That's the question for the moment.
Okay, for the moment.
What's your answer?
Oh, okay. I lost you for a minute there. Oh, to cleanse or is there a difference between a detox and a cleansing? Let me say this. When it comes to cleansing and detoxing, we kind of use that word interchangeably. Both of them are trying to do the same thing, so to speak, and that is to remove the harmful toxins that we accumulate almost on a daily basis. But really, there is a difference between the two. So when someone says, "Hey, I'm going to go do a cleanse," and what I'm hearing is, I'm going to go, and most people are talking about cleansing the colon or cleansing out the digestive tract. Whereas someone, especially my colleagues, say, "Hey, Brenda, I'm getting ready to go do a detox." I know that what they're saying is they're ready to detox and cleanse their entire system from head to toe. And basically what they're doing is removing impurities. But it's okay to say, I'm going to do a cleanse or I'm going to do a detox. Just understand that there is a slight difference between the two. Another thing about most of the cleansing that you hear people say, I need to do a cleanse, they are mostly talking about what most people do is they use some type of supplements or some pills or anything like that. They might buy a package or something, and that's going to target, that digestive system. So it's kind of temporary for most people, whereas those of us that really truly understand the detox process, we know that that we're trying to remove impurities from the body, and we're trying to do it naturally. Because they're basically our natural solutions. So hopefully that helps. So it's okay, everybody, to use them interchangeably, but just kind of understand it a little bit.
That is awesome. And I think that's where people get confused. And, a confused mind does nothing. So you have those who are out there that say, oh, I'm doing a cleanse. It's specifically targeting something.
Yes.
Yet they may really need to expand that and focus on the detox
Hmm.
process instead. And I say that because, everything that we're hearing out in the news and everywhere right now is about what do we do to strengthen the immune system? And, if you're doing like a liver cleanse or a colon cleanse, does that impact the immune system as far as helping to clear out stuff so that it can strengthen the immune system, or is the detox a better way to go?
Absolutely, absolutely. You hit on some very good points there when it comes to that. And right now, with everything that's going on, a lot of, uncertainties, a lot of biological threats, I tend to tell people, our bodies, I mean, they are amazing self-healing mechanism, but our body also need us to make sure that we're giving it what it needs so that it can, get us through whatever. And one of the first thing, our first line of defense is our immune system. That immune system is amazing when it is working, because when I say the first line of defense, it's going to block whatever foreign invaders or any invaders that are out there. But one of the things right now that individuals need to be doing is, of course, trying to build that or strengthen that. And one of the ways is by what you're putting in your body, and trying to remove, guess what, those toxins out of the body. So some of the things, like processed foods or sugars and things like that. And let me tell you about sugar. Sugar is one of those, I don't even know a good word for it, if there is one for sugar, but sugar is something that we need to really focus on, because when we are consuming sugar in the body, our immune system take a vacation, because what that sugar does is depresses our immune system. So, and it can depress the immune system up to 5 hours. So while our immune system is taking a vacation, guess what? Those foreign invaders can start coming in, those toxins or whatever, and the immune system is on vacation. So guess what? Now it's in our system. So we need to really focus on allowing food to really be our medicine to protect us every day, not just because we're going through what we're going through now, but every day.
Awesome. That is some great information. And Dr. B, I know you've got a PowerPoint presentation for us. Why don't we get started on that? Because I can't wait to hear everything else that you're going to share with us.
Sure. So I guess I will share my screen here.
Yep.
And can you see that?
It's,
Making sure everyone can see.
there we are.
Is that okay?
You want to put it on presentation.
Yes, I can do that. I just want to
Yep.
make sure. How about that?
There you go.
Yay! I'm getting good with this technology stuff, everybody. Ooh, I'm loving this. Okay, so I want to do just a short presentation. And this is really kind of like an overview. Um, And I say that because, there's a lot of moving pieces when you start talking about the body and ways that it can detox and things like that. But for the sake of this presentation, I'm just going to keep it on that particular level. And also, it should be Lynn asked me to come back and dig a little deeper, I'll be more than glad to dig a little deeper. So just to give you a little bit, my presentation is, why? Why detox? Now I'm going to go into, why. We're going to talk about, these toxins, how the body can recover, the process, and then benefits. And then those that are listening to this presentation, I'm going to also talk about the 7-day detox program and how you can get your hands on that program. And we can start this healthy journey together. A little bit about me. Hey, that's me. That's me prior to cutting my hair again. Um, I definitely have had my hands, and I still have my hands in the health environment. As you can see, I went to the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, New York City. I actually started with the Hallelujah Acres and became a health minister in their program. So I'm a lifetime health minister with them. And each month I also host a monthly 21-day vegan challenge. Now, I would tell you guys that I have just had a remarkable life and a career that has taken many twists and turns, from being in the United States Air Force to being today a health coach. And one of the things that I do, I pride myself on is my desire to always serve others. I just get a kick out of it, and I just really enjoy what I do, because I know that what I do can make an impact on other people's lives. So I don't take it lightly. I am a member of the Physician Committee for Responsible Medicine, the Vegetarian Society. I have published several books. My latest book was my second cookbook called Kale Yeah, It's Still Good, No Meat Necessary. And I've done 2 TED Talks. Well, I shouldn't say 2. I should say I've done 1 TED Talk twice, because I was asked to come back to Jacksonville, Florida, and present to a university, Jacksonville University there. So I've been on television and talk shows. So enough about me. Now let's get to the real good stuff, okay? Detox. Okay, well, what is this about? Basically, and you all are going to hear me using the word cleanse and detox. Remember, there is a slight difference, but it's okay to use them interchangeably, and I'm sure that you understand that. But basically, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to detox by giving the body a helping hand, so to speak, to help to get rid of these toxins. And when our body is in detox mode, it's easier for the body to remove these toxins. And I will get into these toxins and who these guys are later. And then also, when we begin to detox, one of the things that I can't stress enough is our intake of food and the types of food when we make the decision that, hey, I want to go on this detox. So it's very important to eliminate certain foods, like processed foods and sugars and things like that. So less amount, that's what I mean, of food, and even the kind of food helps the body to digest these foods even more. Now, you hear people say, oh, I'm going to do a juice detox. Well, juicing is very, very good. But even so, when you juice, one of the things that's very important is to make sure that even though we're juicing, that we're still getting the nutrients, because that's very important. For example, if someone says, well, let me back up. I'm going to tell you about a client of mine. She was so excited about juicing. And on day 2, she reached out to me and said that she don't know if she could continue because she's having the most terrible headaches. She never had the headache like that. And when I started asking her about the juicing, and she was saying, juicing is definitely not for me. And when I talked with her and dove a little deeper into what she was juicing, what I was finding out that not one vegetable was in that juice. She was juicing only fruit. For an example, she went out and got a pound or 3 or 4 pounds of grapes, the seedless grapes, and she juiced those grapes, and she was drinking that. So guess what was happening? Sugar overload, right? I mean, these fruits have natural sugars. So juice is popular, it's very popular, but I can't stress it enough to be careful when you juice, and that is to make sure that you're getting the nutrient. You still need to get your protein. You still need to make sure that your vitamins and minerals. So That's detoxing. So let's talk about these toxins, right? Everyday toxins can hurt the body. Now, when I talk about toxin, I'm talking about environmental toxins. I mean, we can't get away from these guys, right? Chemical damage more than the air. And these toxins can hurt our digestive system, our skin, our hair, our respiratory system, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
just our overall health. So we step outside, guess what? We're breathing these toxins in. You know, we can't see them, right? Some of us have toxins right now that we probably never really thought about, and that is fillings in our teeth. You know, we might have, mercury, even from the fillings. We might even be doing more harm in our own homes, thinking that our homes are very safe from these toxins by using certain products. For example, I am so guilty. Okay, I'm gonna tell you all. I will raise my hand anytime and admit my faults, because I really thought I was doing good for my family when I was out there buying those plug-ins and putting them in, plugging in so my home would smell all good, and burning all these candles and all of this. Yeah, my home was smelling good, but guess what? I was creating a toxic environment. So toxins can really, really hurt the body. Um, Another point here is, as you see on the screen, a true culprit to a toxic lifestyle is processed food. And the reason why? Because of the additives, the preservatives, the chemicals. These are things that, as you see, Mother Nature never intended for us to have in our bodies. So guess what? Now we're walking around with all these toxins, and we need to try to get rid of them. So when they build up over time, um, they do build up in our digestive tract and our colon. And now some of us are bloated. Some of us have constipation and flagellants and headaches and fatigue. We're just not doing good. And we don't really know. Sometimes, it's overlooked because we don't really know. So that's what I mean when I say, we want to remove these toxins from our bodies, and that toxins are everywhere. So body recovery, removing these toxins, how are we going to go about doing that? Well, again, the key to removing these toxins from the body is by, I call it, flushing water and natural ingredients through the colon. We have this organ, our liver goes to work, our kidneys, all this goes to work to try to help to remove. But again, like I said, we have to make sure that we're giving the body the nutrients, and the vitamins and all the nutrients, the things that it needs, so that it can start removing these toxins from the body. Many adults carry about 10 pounds of waste just in our colon. And guess what? When this is sitting there and it's blocking the proper digestion, and then it's slowing our metabolism. So again, these are great reasons to say, you know what, let me set up a program, or let me even get on a program, or put together a daily regimen, so that we'll try to do this, help to our bodies to remove these toxins, almost on a daily basis. And by flushing out the colon in a natural, healthy way, guess what? You will help to restore your body to a way in which it was intended, especially when we start consuming whole food and natural ingredients to remove these processed chemicals. Okay. So Dr. Bradley, what is the process? All right, here we go. Over here in the green circle, I said a detox is like what? Giving your body a chance to recover after like, for example, after a long workout. Only this time your digestive system, which has taken quite a beating over the years, we definitely need to start the detox. And the best way to conduct a detox is, oh my goodness, you guys are really good. I can hear you. Dr. Brenda, the natural ingredients. Yes, yes, yes. Give me that apple right now. Give me some kale. I don't want a TV dinner.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, by using mostly raw fruits and vegetables, avoiding animal products. Now, let me just say this. Many people know that I am known as that vegan lady. I shouldn't say that vegan lady. I should say the vegan lady, or the fairy godmother of food. I have a new title, and I'll tell you about that new title later, but I'm going to stay right on what we're talking about here. Um, yes, I have a plant-based lifestyle. I actually love it. I enjoy it. But for the sake of you all and this presentation, it is fair for me to say that everybody is not going to be a vegan. Yes, I wish. Um, Everybody's not going to even be a vegetarian. But when you start the process of detoxification, it is one of the things that I do ask my client to kind of put it on the back burner for at least the 7 days of the detox or whatever. And that is to avoid the animal products and even caffeine and other stimulants. Even don't consume alcohol. But when it comes to drugs, I always tell everyone, never, never, ever, ever stop taking your medication without consulting your doctor first, okay? And then other things like artificial sugars and flavors and all of that. So I do, and I tell everybody to try to avoid that. Now, there are many products that are out there on the market, but what I often tell people is just to make sure to choose one that's natural and that's based with fruits and vegetables. Okay, so great. Moving right along, what are some of these benefits? Well, I am so glad that you all are asking these questions. I love it. Well, the most obvious and talked about benefit of a cleanse, see, I said it, a cleanse or a detox is weight loss. Because guess what? You're removing pounds of waste. You're removing waste from your digestive system. You'll remove the water weight. You'll restart your metabolism, which allows you to continue losing weight after the detox is over. So let me tell you what's going on when you start the detoxing. And this is something that I want you to look out for when you do start detoxing, because if you're not aware of some of the symptoms of detoxification, then you might feel that it's not for you or you shouldn't be doing it. And what that is when you start giving your body what it needs, not what it wants, but what it needs, and the detoxification process starts, what happens is the body will start to push out those toxins. And when it starts to push out the toxins, there are some symptoms that come with it. And some of the symptoms include fatigue. You might be like, oh my goodness, I'm tired. Or you might get a headache or diarrhea or constipation. You might cough up crud. You might feel like your overall body ache as though you're getting a flu or something like that. But hold on. And I tell people, when you notice those things, go ahead and smile, because that is your cue that the body is working to remove those toxins, and it doesn't last long. So don't go to work and tell your boss or your manager that you can't make it because you in detox. It is not that bad. But for those of you that might be on a lot of medication, it might be, you might say, oh, my head hurt for the first 3 days or something like that. When it is over, oh my goodness, you just feel so good. You get this little burst of energy, and you see that, I call it that silver lining. So just hold on, but you need to be aware of that. And so even for people that have sugar cravings or just cravings, period, you might find that you might not crave that much. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to go away in 3 or 5 days or something, but what I'm stressing is that you can allow detoxification or detox to become a part of your lifestyle. I detox all the time. And why am I able to detox all the time? Because it's what I'm eating. It's the foods that I'm eating. So most people, they'll get on a program, they'll start, I'm gonna take this, their supplements and do whatever that is that they're doing. And they'll do it for, I don't know, 21 days or 14 days, and they'll lose the weight and they'll go on a vacation and guess what happens? They go right back to what caused all that in the first place. And for those people, I said they only did a cleansing, but detox is something that you want to do naturally. And when you do, it will lead to healthier skin, your nails, you get better night's sleep, more energy. Like right now, I mean, look at me. Now, if I told you all that I was 85, you wouldn't believe me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm not. But I used to feel like I was much, much older, but I have lots and lots of energy. So that's just some of the benefits. And I wanted to make sure that I covered, um, you know, some of the symptoms of, you know, what you can expect when you start to enter the detox process. So we're going to jump right into the 7-day Kickstart Detox program. So I'm near the end here, so I'm glad y'all stayed with me this long. So the 7-day detox, the 7-day Kickstart Detox program is a program that I put together that is designed to flush out the harmful toxins and to recharge the body with the nutrients it needs. Most people believe that when they go on a detox program, they will not be able to eat food. That is not a part of this program. In the part of this program, I actually encourage you because I want to make sure that you are getting the nutrients, that you're getting the healthy fats, that you're getting, because some foods cannot even be juiced. For example, that avocado, you can't juice an avocado. Now you can put it in a smoothie or you can blend it up with something, but an avocado has healthy fat. So you want to make sure that you're still able to get your, what we call macronutrients, you know, your fats, your carbs, your protein. So therefore I encourage people to eat. But during the program, you will be juicing, but you won't, and you will be eating, but you won't eat as much. And the foods that you will eat will be foods from the garden, you know, like a salad and some soup and things like that. But it won't be anything from the animal, or as I say, the animal kingdom. So this is just, like I said, it's a kickstart for those that never have, or those that say, you know what, I thought that I'm just going to go out and buy the supplements and I'm going to take this powder with it. I don't offer any of that. I'm basically leading you to the kitchen to use food to be, as Lynn says, your medicine. So it's a 7-day detox program. You can reach out to me. Ways of contacting me. You can call me, or you can email me. You can contact me even through the website, and you can tweet me too. And those are my handles, as well as Instagram. So I hope that I was able to give you all an overview that will give you enough information to make the decision on whether or not detoxing is, or even this route is the route that you all want to go. So again, thank you for your time. And even if you don't want to start the 7-day Kickstart program and you have questions, or you just want to say hi, come on, you know, I'm stuck in this place here, say hi to me. You can reach out and say hi to me as well. So that is the end of my presentation.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. B.
You're welcome.
You know, going through this, I had a couple of realizations myself. And I think that one of the things that people don't really realize is the impact of some environmental toxins, things that we pick up, you know, all of the overhead electric lines, they're giving off certain energies that do in fact impact us. Of course, our cell phones and the plugs that we plug them into, and all of the things that are around us, those of us who are working more virtually will feel closer to our devices. And because of that, we're actually receiving more of the energy that our devices are putting off. And, you know, detoxing is important. And I love how you mentioned about the continual detox. And that is because of continuing to eat these same kinds of foods that you eat through this, in particular, the 7-day detox. And that's the education part. The experimenting part, and I love that too, is the factual eating them and how you take people to the kitchen to do this, and then empowering themselves, because this is something that you can take with you to do for the rest of your healthy life. And I was mentioning to somebody the other day about expounding on the whole food as medicine thing. And I said, you know, it reminds me of the stories that we used to hear and read about the people who were searching for the fountain of youth. And I'm like, food. And water, those are our fountain of youth. And the question is, I'm at a certain place. I have to get to where the fountain of youth is flowing, and it's the journey getting there. And that's where this information from Dr. Bradley is so important for you to grasp and understand. And yes, we will be inviting her back to do more. But right now, Dr. B, as we're wrapping up, what is the one thing, we do this whole just one thing for health. What is the one thing about detoxing that you would want our audience to know, to share with them?
One thing about detoxing is when you are detoxing, look at it as a mind, body, and soul. Look at it as detoxing the mind, the body, and the soul. Because there's so much that is involved with detoxing. Let's detox our mind. Let's detox so that we can live. It's not always about I just want to detox to lose weight. It's not about that. It's more about coming into more of an awareness and being into a state of consciousness. So when we are detoxing, we're removing the past. It was in the past. So let's get rid of it and let's stay focused and let's stay here in the now. So that's what I want people to understand. Let it go. Let it go. It was in the past. And let's continuously to stay focused in the now. So come on, guys, we can do this. So that's what I think. And another thing is, oftentimes you'll hear people say, I'm out of balance. Yeah, we are out of balance when our bodies, our wonderfully creative bodies, our temples are out of whack because we have these toxins sitting in our bodies and the body doesn't want it there. So we kind of disconnect. We're disconnected from our minds and our bodies and our soul. But when we come into cleansing, that word is again, cleansing our body, we're also cleansing our mind and our soul. And guess what? When we do that, we become in balance. And then when we are balanced, guess what? We can really see the forest. We can really see the beauty. We can really see life as it was meant to be. And last but not least, when I think of detoxification, removing the past, I look at it as a way of me moving on in this journey because I'm looking to become my greatest version. But I can't become my greatest version when I'm stuck in the past because my body is in trouble and needs to be cleansed. So I know you said one thing, but that's my one thing.
That was just so perfect. And you tied everything together. We're whole beings. And, if there is a question to cleanse or not to cleanse, you definitely answered that and the how, because we want to do this. And our mission is to educate people to know, especially in this present time, how it is we can reclaim our optimal health.
Yes.
And I loved how you mentioned about releasing the past. What you ate yesterday is probably still with you and it needs to be released. This is a
Yes.
way to do it, and all of the toxins that you've taken in, because you want to be, like Dr. B said, your best version of you. And going forward, we want to give you more of this kind of information. So we would love for you to like our Facebook page, continue the conversation with us, be a part of the movement, the whole plant-based movement, and help others to find this information. I was looking at some statistics the other day, and there have been more deaths by suicide than total deaths by the coronavirus. Yet there have been, I think it was 23 times the number of deaths from suicide, and the metrics just went up up, and it's awful to think about. There's 40,000 people a day that die from heart disease, and it doesn't have to
Mm,
happen.
right.
And our mission is to help you to know that any chronic illness, obesity, heart disease, what it is that you may be suffering from, you can lessen that suffering, increase your quality of life. And we have a couple of ways that we can help you to do that. We have our Just One Thing for Health Challenge to Better Health email series. It is a challenge series where we've got medical doctors and professionals like Dr. B who participated, who challenge you to do one thing every week. Focus on that one thing each week to improve your health and to change habits. And you can find that free subscription on justonethingforhealth.com. And we've also got the My Health, My Priority Wellness Program. If you need more of an interactive small group type of hand holding or just interactive support around taking this journey, that's available to you as well. So you had Dr. B's contact information. I'll make sure that you can find it below under this video post and reach out. We're here. We want to help. And it's going to take you taking responsibility and being proactive about your health and well-being. Reach out. We're here. Thank you, Dr. B. As usual, it's just such a pleasure being here with you, spending this time. Thanks for all that you shared, and look forward to having you back again very soon.
Thank you. I look forward to it as well.
Awesome. And to our audience, thanks for joining us. Like I said, go below, find the information, reach out, put a comment in the comment box. You know, we want to bring you this information, but we want to make sure that you're receiving it and that you're getting benefit from it. So tell us what your biggest takeaway was. Thanks, and bye for now.